Hello, viewers, friends, family, and neighbors. Everybody, check this map out here now. We was going from Reno to Orangebrook, I think. And we're going to haul 78, I'm going to call it 80 tons of terrain. I don't know why I felt meant to look. Don't know if I got a 500 or a 600 horsepower engine, but it could have used a little more, I guess. But we're gonna hook on this rascal and see what happens. You like trains, Doug? You wanna be what? Okay, I know what you said now. I know what you said there. I don't know who put all these alarm things on these trucks and stuff. If you get a little too close or something, stuff go to beeping and going on.
I don't know who does that.
How are you, Ralph? I'm ready to go, Rusty, ready to go. Always ready to make money. Love that money. The old Peggy gonna like that money too. Yeah, I bet you that old gal ain't had much in her life. She'll really enjoy it. Yeah. Like my wife. Her money's her money, my money's her money, and I don't have no money. But that's life. That's the way I like it. That's the way I've always been, the way I like it. I just go with the flow, people, go with the flow. Now you kind of pay attention to my shifting here, people. I think I'm gonna do all right. Yeah, I usually screw up, so I might do that too.
What time is it?
It's somewhere around 2:33 in the morning, though.
That's a hell of a time about to walk.
Well, less traffic, Doug, less traffic. Yeah, I saw that in that school too. Better drive in the night time to leave it the daytime there, Rusty. Shut up, Ralph, about that school. As I heard on them Uncle D's CB mods, all the old time truckers just make fun of you when you get out of school anyway. That they didn't teach you enough. Even though the old time truckers should know back in the day you didn't have to have a license. You just jumped the truck and went on. Didn't matter if you know anything or not. Hey, that's right. And I'll tell them too. I'll be the first one to tell them. Yeah, if I don't tell them first, Ralph. We're not bad. Don't worry, folks. I'm an old man driving around the world to the left. That's what we do. Well, you never know when we're gonna turn. Could be any time then I turn right, so just faking you out. This thing is heavy. People won't tell you I turned my brake sensitivity down to, I would guess, somewhere between 25 and 30%. It feels like you're stepping on a plum, you know, where it just goes down there and it don't seem like it stops your truck really good, but but it feels real. You know, you gotta get real. But it feels real, and like this 3-ton van I got out here. When you driving it, you really gotta push on them brakes if you're doing 60 mile an hour and somebody stops, and that thing just weighs 3 tons. So I want to make it take longer to stop. I don't want it to stop in the snap of your fingers. I want it to take longer to stop if I have to wreck 2 or 3 people trying to get stuff. I want that real feel, so I crank my sensitivity down to about 25-30%. I'm going to try that a few days. If that ain't hard enough, I'll bump him up a notch.
Yeah, that woman already know.
Yeah, my God, Rusty, I think you needed better brakes instead of worse brakes. What the hell are you thinking? Ralph, don't say that again. But they were so good, Ralph is throwing me out the window. Making the seatbelt hurt my little belly. Little belly. Little belly. My backside there, Rusty. Yeah, whatever, Ralph. I tell you some things I'm against, people. I want to start a coalition against indoor tanning beds. Anybody that's with me, leave a comment. Kentucky used to be a beautiful place. There are no oceans here. It's not like going down to Florida and they women laying everywhere. There are no ocean here in Kentucky. Indoor tanning beds. No women outside. Back in the old days, you drive down the road and there's just beauty laying everywhere. So I'm gonna start a coalition against indoor tanning beds. It can't be good for you. Can't be good for you women. It's gonna hurt your skin. You gotta watch that stuff. Get out there in the sun, get you some vitamin D. You know that's the only place in the world you can get vitamin D is from the sunshine. You got a deficiency going on there, I'm telling you. No, I Rusty, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. And you'll never be able to talk with men laying in the sun again, Rusty. I tell you what, never be able to talk with men do it. Man ought to find that fella invented that tanning bed and kick his ass, don't you think, Ralph? Yeah, if you find him, I'll do it. Sure, I'll get that extra light fella to come help me, man, him will do it. 'Cause that's what he likes to do, you know. I've seen him, I watched him today. That's all he does, race cars and kick ass. Wild and weird's what he is. It does. I didn't figure you liked it. Have you ever said you liked anything, Doug? How about your woman? She's almost like family. Yeah, I say that's right, Doug. will starve you to death. Whoppers, Starbucks, McDonald's, hot dogs. Every billboard you pass, food hanging out looking at you. Every time I drive a while, I have to go in the kitchen and get something to eat. It's not good for me. Alex and Graham, and my friend, if you're watching, big hello to you out there.
Hello, Graham.
Yeah, hello, Graham. Hang in there, son. We'll make a video here, boy. That's right, that's what we do. Put you up in the trees a few minutes and where the birds hang out. Had my first job, people, when I was 12. Full-time job. 3 hours a night, 7 days a week. Putting up pop bottles. Remember the old pop bottles? They'd drop them off at the store all day for the refunds on the bottles. And every night I'd have to go crate them up in them wood crates. And roll them with a dolly around back and put them inside the cage place where they lock them up. Started out $7 a week. Then it got up to $14 a week. Worked a little extra in there, and I started labeling stuff to put on the shelves, stocking shelves. And that's when I was just 12, 13. So I've been working a long time. Anyway, one time I had to go to Michigan for a couple of days to visit family. It's for about 4 days, I think. That old man said, I said, just go ahead there, Rusty, and find you somebody to take your place till you get back, and you can pay them, and I'll pay you. So I found this old boy and offered him. I just offered him $7 a week to take my place. I was pretty mean. I didn't even think about it being mean at the time. I was just young. He done all my work that week. He made $7 and I made $7. Crazy things we do in life, people. Crazy things. Yeah, that's right, Rusty. I know where you was. You was a con artist even back then, Rusty.
So it wasn't Ralph. So it wasn't, I was looking all the damn time.
Well, don't get all your little feathers in a knot there. Duck, Ralph didn't mean nothing. Yeah, Duck, I didn't mean nothing bad. And I worked stripping back there, sawmills, anything. I was the only kid growing up that had any money. But I bought so many parts for a bicycle one time, back when they had the Western Auto store, that I'd go in and I'd buy a new fender and another new fender and a couple of mirrors. Had them sissy bars and junk back in them days, buy all that fancy stuff, fender guards. And that man said at the Western Auto, he said, son, you'd be better off just to come in here and buy you a new bike. I just built me one. And we take those forks, cut them off the front, and slide them up on another fork, and cut another one off, and you'd have to turn it opposite direction, slide it up there, then cut another and slide it up there, and you have about 4 sets of forks on them. Front wheel would be out there about 6-7 feet in front of you. Made your own choppers. Now those were nice. You couldn't turn them around in an acre, but they were nice. If you notice the transmission, the gears on this truck and the speed, my little motor is not handling the load super good. So it's really straining.
Yeah, I just thought right on the floor, I was on
You're right, Doug. I've got my foot right on the floor.
yeah, I told her.
I've had it on the floor ever since we started.
Yeah, I know. I don't like that.
You don't like cats much.
Don't like ducks.
Cats don't like ducks. Sure they not. Well, I don't really like cats. I tell you people, I've got 3 or 4 here that runs around outside. My daughter kept bringing them. When there's kittens, and says, when I get a house and move out, I'll take cat. I've got one been here almost 20 years. Old cat. Call him Fat Cat, cause he's big. But, she's never took one of them home that she brought. They're here. And if they come in, they get once you rub on him about 2 minutes, they turn around and bite you. You cannot trust those things. My gosh, we'll just call this the slow motion video. Nah, Rusty, you lost it, son. You lost it today. You think you're making a good video, Doug? You like that, don't you, Doug? Riding around your own truck. That's about like getting your picture on the cover of Rolling Stone there, ain't it, Doug? You think it's better than that? Alright, as I'm doing this kind of stuff, talking about myself on this video. The first good paying job I had, real job, was a cable tool drill. Like you can see them like back in the old days. In the 70s, 80s, before they got the rotary drills, they had a cable tool drill. It lifted it up, and when it dropped it, the drill bit would turn. Just a half a turn. Every time you pick it up and drop it, it'd turn, and you'd drill out that way, and every so often you'd pull the steel out, dip the dirt mud out, and drill some more. You got paid at the halfway mark and the finish mark. The only time you got paid, and you drilled a long way, you got paid by the foot. And the way they made the drills, you had to heat them in they had a forge or whatever you want to call it, where you heat them. You'd have to heat them to they're red. Then 2 people would take sledgehammer, and I'd take sledgehammer and hit one side, another person take sledgehammer and hit the other side. And you had to make that into a V. The point had to be V-shaped. So it'd be red hot, straight out of the fire, and you had to hammer it quick to shape it into a V shape. And the mask on that thing was 60 feet tall, I think, and it had oil and everything dripping on it, and you had to climb it once every day or 2. Well, I had to climb it, the drill helper had to climb it, and climb up there with a grease gun and grease the top rollers that are tough on it with it running. They'd leave it running down there, and you climb up there, and it's 60 feet in the air looking down on that thing sitting down there running under you. It looked like you were way up there. Then you had to let go of both hands, wrap your arm around something, and grease all those grease fittings on top of that thing. And I was lucky in a way, because most people drill half their life and never see a big gas. They had a big stream of gas or anything like that. But we had 1,000,000 cubic feet of gas in a well. It was whistling so loud coming out of the ground that you couldn't hardly stand it, and we had to go get we was afraid to start our cars, we were afraid we'd blow up with the sparks from the engine. But we had to push that car down off the hill and roll to tell the boss and stuff, and they come up there and we all put some kind of little cap on the well. But we still had to go up there and open that cap up, as dangerous it was, and pull all that steel, so many, maybe, I don't know what it was, but 1,000 feet had to drag it up out of there. With that thing blowing all that gas out around it and hoping it didn't spark too much on the way up out the hole. But I got to see that. That's something that most people never get to see. Like where you see it on them movies where the oil's shooting in the air. Well, this wasn't oil, it was just gas, just white looking gas shooting everywhere. I'm a thrill a minute what all I've done. Hey, that's right, Rusty, that's right, Jose, you made it. I guess I was really lucky. I had somebody looking after me and all that stuff, Ralph. Yeah, I'd say you would. I'd say you're really lucky, Rusty. Yeah, I'd do anything. But that was a quite experience right there, people. Just throw that little story in there. In this slow motion journey. To tell you some of the things that I've done. I might have told you about that big steam engine thing I worked on at one time in pumping oil wells. In the oil fields, it had a steam engine and a conveyor belt that turned a bunch of pulleys. And you hooked rods, they called them sugar rods, onto that. And it could pump like 10 wells at once before they started separating them. So you'd have to start that engine and hook those wells up to that wheel and unhook them one at a time with the wheel turning. But the bad thing about starting the engine, it was twice as big as a wagon wheel. And the only way you started, climb it. You climb it and ride it down till it hit a lick and start it. It's a kind of scary process there too. But let's get this thing in here and try to park this big thing and quit all this jabbering. Yeah, I even wish you'd shut up today, Rusty. I even wish you'd shut your mouth today. You talk too damn much, Rusty.
Watch it, Ralph. Watch it, get my head over the top.
I ain't worried about it, Doug. Coming in the exit side was my first mistake.
That's right.
I should have came around the other way. Yeah, I was thinking, Rusty, you was going to go up there and turn in before I could say anything. Bam, there you was. Sure you was, Ralph. Sorry, folks. I should have told you might ought to hold your ears for that one. I don't know when these trucks started having alarms on them. But this is a heavy Alex truck stop. Looks the way it should look. Trucks and more trucks. You fellas can see my example here. And when you bring a load here, you can do it the right way, either back in from the road or circle in the other way. But the way I did it was wrong.
That sure was lucky. I feel bad for you, watching.
I know you feel bad for me, Doug.
I wasn't a vocabulary.
Okay, Doug, I believe you. Yeah, Rusty, I hated that you scuffed the trailer a little bit, but I think we still do all right on that load. I don't know. I think we done some good shifting on it.
Yeah, I took the
Well, thank you, Doug. People, I hope you enjoyed the Truck and Duck story here. Truck and Duck show with Ralph. We'll let you go right here. Thanks for watching. Rusty Truck and Damn Ralph.